Welcome to the College Hockey Show. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, and the Degenerate Bostonian, Mike.
Welcome to the College Hockey Show. I'm Jeremiah Maxwell. With you, as always, Season 2. We back. Sorry we are so late. It's a long story. But we have the Degenerate Bostonian, Mike Marino. Mike, tell us, everybody, how your summer was, and I'll recap. I'm going to set up the TikTok live over here.
Guys, summer was absolutely insane. Had a great time. I got a fight in February. Your boy's trying to go pro and fighting. No, summer was absolutely nuts. Oh, Sam, dude, I'm so glad we got to meet you out in St. Louis. That was so cool. Summer was real cool, though, the guys, watching all the preseason stuff, watching the portal. I am the latest and greatest Providence season ticket holder, and I'm going to lead with that. Who wants to go see Providence in Michigan tomorrow night? Drop it in my DMs. I have 4 seats. I sit 7 rows off the ice. You guys want to go? Avi, I know you're down there. Anyone out there? I got 4 seats for you. This is what we're doing. Expect more giveaways today, especially from the Providence Friars. Tim, I want to special thanks from Tim. He's my ticket guy down at Providence. Solid dude. Also, if you guys need tickets, I can give you his contact info. I also want to thank Jennifer at Harvard. She's my Harvard ticket person. She's helping us with Beanpot tickets along with some awesome Harvard games, including the Michigan games, because it's my favorite team, guys. If they're coming to Boston twice, obviously I'm going to see them. It's plain and simple.
All right. I'm going to change. I got to change the settings so that people can, we're going to come off headphones here. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Just give me 1 second. I apologize. That was Hot Take Hockey calling me. Hey, Hot Take Hockey, I hope you follow me because I'm going live. I'm not on your channel, so I don't think. I was like, dude, I can't answer phone. Yeah, so let me go. Let's see. Okay, talk, Mike.
Yep. So, guys,
okay, Mike, go ahead and tell hey, everybody on TikTok, thank you very much for joining us. I got the 2 cameras set up. I'm trying to work this out. Can you hear me okay, Mike?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay. Hopefully not too loud for everybody. Let me know if I'm coming in too loud. But now the people on TikTok, Mike, go ahead and say again what you're trying to do with your tickets.
Guys, tickets. Providence Friars are hosting the University of Michigan. I have 4 seats, 7 rows off the ice, Providence end. Drop into the DMs, guys. I got 4 seats. They're your seats.
Yeah.
Who's out there?
You can follow Mike on the banner below. Right there. I've got his Twitter handle there at BostonDG68395. Let us know. Kevin, thank you so much for being in. We know that you use your dad's account, and I know that your name is Kevin. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Okay. Yes, I went to Arizona State, Penn State. We'll talk about Gavin McKenna, but a bunch of games were played tonight. I want to tell you guys, here's the schedule. Let me just give you an idea of what's going on with me and this channel. Okay, here's what's happening. I am no longer doing NHL Nightly. I don't know how much NHL stuff I'm going to do. The NHL was very unkind to me at the draft. One person specifically. And I will be honest with you, it kind of fucked me up. So I let it bother me for the whole summer. I'm done letting it bother me. I watched over 2,000 games last year. I don't think I'll be doing that. We will be focusing our energy on the College Hockey Show every Monday and Thursday at 10:30 Eastern. We're going to preview the games and then recap them. Now, unfortunately, a bunch of games are already being played tonight. We've had huge upsets. So let's get right into that. And then I will talk about the Gavin McKenna experience and what I saw from Penn State. Okay, the biggest news of the night, well, we thought the biggest news of the night was from our good friend Mike McMahon, from the college hockey news, which I just had to renew that. Yes, allow. I just had to do that. Here is Mike tweeting about UNH winning against Michigan State, the #1 team in the nation. All right. Thank you, Mike. And again, if you don't follow Mike McMahon at the College Hockey News and you're a college hockey fan, you're probably missing out. He's probably the best guy to follow. So awesome job. And he's been on the show. Shout out him. I didn't have anybody lined up. I super apologize. Again, TikTok, thank you. I see you in TikTok. I will be looking over at the chat when I can. I appreciate you. We are talking college hockey. The big upset tonight, UNH, New Hampshire, 4-3 with 3.8 seconds left, beats Michigan State. Okay, Mike, tell them what else happened tonight.
Well, the game that just ended 3 minutes before we went live, Ferris State beat the defending national champions Western Michigan at Western Michigan.
Huge upset.
The guys I partied with at Lake Placid, Clarkson beat Penn State at Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State lost since they've beaten Arizona State, which they won both games. Great atmosphere, the Mullet. Let's get into it. Look, Gavin McKenna, very noticeable. One, he wears 72. I can't think of a player that wore 72 ever. That was Maxim Afinogenov. Did he wear 72? Catch me if I'm wrong. And the pros, I'm going to guess that my main man. And if you're on TikTok, you're getting the double view. You're getting a view of me. You're not seeing Mike. We'll figure that out. But you're getting the view of the whole kit and caboodle Jeremiah Maxwell's The Sports Beard Studio, where you can see kind of everything. So one, and at some point, Mr. Warino here is going to come visit me in Alaska, as I'm going to come visit him. So I will be, for sure, we will be together for the Frozen Four in Vegas. Okay, for sure. And the people on TikTok missed out. Mike has got a fight scheduled because he's a MMA or jiu-jitsu or whatever you're doing, Mike. And I will be with Mike for the Bean Pot. So I will be going to the Bean Pot tournament with Mike. So we will be covering the Bean Pot. Now, we won't be covering the games live. I think we could get in trouble if we were trying to do it live. We'll do like a pregame show and a postgame show, like maybe a day before pregame, and then we'll do a postgame after we've watched the show. So we'll give you some special episodes then. Again, just to reiterate, every Monday and Thursday, 10:30 Eastern, we'll be doing the College Hockey Show. For you guys that want NHL content from me, I am going to be doing some beard talks, sports. It'll be hockey. There will be a lot of hockey. I've met a lot of people at the draft. I'm going to get I'm going to get Colby Armstrong back on. I'm going to get Doug McLean, former general manager and president and coach and everything on. I'm going to get Nick Kiprios on again, and I'm going to work on getting Frank Saravelli on to talk about his new show on Victory Plus, frankly speaking. So that'll be great. But let's get right back into the college. Mike, what's got you excited? What do you want to talk about for this weekend? And for those that don't know, and all the people on TikTok, which I appreciate you, and just share the stream. And thank you always. We have a few people live. I really appreciate you. Mike, tell the folks that may not know how many college hockey games you attend there in the Northeast. Mike lives in Boston. I live in Alaska.
So last year I went to 51 games. This year I have already purchased 57 tickets, including the Bean Pot and our trip to Vegas. That being said, there are 9 weekends of games that I have not purchased tickets for. I will show an example of Saturday after Thanksgiving. There is a 2 p.m. game at Boston College. I have tickets for that game. I do not have tickets for the 8 p.m. Merrimack game, but the Savage is working on that. And that game is only 30% sold out as of this afternoon. So something like that, I'll be at 2 games in one day. For those that follow me on Twitter, you saw me on Sunday attend 2 games in one day. We did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, got 4 games in. So the race to 57, actually, I guess it'd be 58 because the second game on Sunday wasn't planned. We're trying to get to 60. A lot of guys who don't know my opinions, my hot takes on that. I'm watching these guys live. You might ask me, especially the NHL stuff. Oh, did you see that game last night? No, I was in traffic. No, I was at a different game. Like there's games like, oh, why didn't you do split screen? You can't do split screen at live events. And I'm not the guy that's going to sit there on his phone and, do the up, down all game. No, I'm paying to see the game. I'm watching the game. That's what I do. And as I said, I'm shooting for 60 games this year. I am season ticket holder at Providence. I'm a partial season ticket holder for Harvard. My friend Savage, he's been on the show once or twice. He's the UMass Lowell and Merrimack season ticket holders. We got a lot of tickets, guys. James last year was our Green Line double winner. For those who didn't remember that, you got 2 hockey games, transportation, food, and all that was covered by us. So look for more free giveaways. As I said, this one's our first one. I got 4 seats, 7 rows off the ice for Providence. That's our first giveaway this year, guys. Also, any questions, send me a DM, guys. I answer. Just got to let me know. Reach out. Don't be shy.
Yeah, thank you. And Mike is awesome. I know Avi, which we're missing Avi tonight. He's gone to some games with you, and appreciate it. If you live in the Northeast, follow Mike. He's a great follow, and he's the degenerate gambler. He's the one that puts all the effort into gambling. I just host, and we talk about what we talk about. Okay, no pairwise now. If you want to talk about the USCHO rankings, or obviously all that's going to change, or do you just want to get right into covering the games?
Yeah, we'll touch the rankings. I do this for every sport, guys. I mostly watch hockey, but for every sport, I don't totally jump into the rankings right away. There's obviously going to be a shakeup this week with 3 of the big guns falling to. I was trying to find odds for these games and I couldn't. And I would have lost my house. If you said these 3 teams were losing, I'd be sleeping on the streets tonight.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't gamble a lot.
Good thing I didn't bet it.
Good thing you didn't bet it. Honestly, Mike, and let's just say, guys, one, we want to encourage, we don't encourage anybody gambling anything of significant money. Put $1. Don't waste your money. This is for fun. We're not trying to encourage people to incur all kinds of debt. Okay. So, that being said, Mike does this for a living. So he has a real job, but he spends a lot of time betting on this. So these are the rankings as of the 6th. Obviously, we know it's going to change because Western Michigan lost, Michigan State lost, and I don't even see Penn State on here.
They're at 4. Oh my God. 1, 2, 4 going down.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4 going down, and Maine opening up their new arena.
It's
all that.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, the best hockey atmosphere I've ever been to. All levels, minor league, college, pro, excluding the 4 Nations gold medal game, University of Maine. I have never been to an arena 3 hours before the game starts. That is an hour and a half before the gates open. The fans, the tailgate, but then you see Denver warming up and they're just in their sweats. And the fans are all over these kids with the booze and the chants, finding out parents' names, girlfriends' names, going after the goalie. The guy is in sweatpants and a hoodie. They're calling him a sieve in warm-ups. You want atmosphere. You want a hostile environment. Alfond Arena. The rest of Maine, by the way, if you've never been to Maine, some of the nicest, most peaceful people in the world. But you shove them in Alfond. Dear Lord. I will honestly compare it to the Yost. I was at the old Yost, not the new Yost, and honestly equal atmosphere. So shout out to the Maine people, guys. Make the drive if you can. It is a special atmosphere. It's an old barn. Well, the new arena is not so much old, but for the few games that are still played in the old barn, I really can't. I'm at a loss for words. You can't describe it any other way. You got to get there. You got to go see it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's just jump into the games. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
So run through real quick. I love the season stuff going forward. I did a few videos, so I'll do a smash recap on that. I'll touch on the big conferences. Big Ten. Really, these picks don't look great after tonight because I said my top four would be Michigan State, Penn State, Wisconsin, Ohio State. Simply, we know why the first two. I chose Wisconsin, Ohio State, a lot of returning guys. Wisconsin, specifically Finley. Ohio State really didn't lose anyone last year in their tournament team. Hockey East, BU, I took them to win it all last year, and they are one of my favorites to win it all again. They have 22 drafted players, and they're starting 3 freshmen that aren't drafted. Imagine telling a third-round pick to go put a suit on because you're not good enough. That is the depth of BU this year. They did struggle against Long Island, so maybe that's the first game jitters. I don't know. We'll see. UConn made the tournament last year, round of 8. Maine made the tournament last year, got their doors kicked in by Penn State. And someone needs to finish 4th in Hockey East, so BC for sure. But I think they're a bubble team this year. I'm going to say it, Bruins fans. We have 5 centermen on that squad. Other than Hagens, I'm kind of nervous for our future. But that's okay. And then NCHC, Arizona State, I actually think they're going to pull it off this year, but Western, Denver, and with the new coach, North Dakota. For the ECAC, Quinnipiac, and the reason being they're the only team that does NIL money in the ECAC. For those who aren't familiar, it's basically the Ivy League. I'm proud of the Ivy League schools sticking to their guns, going education first. But Quinnipiac is not an Ivy League school. They are allowing NIL money. Their team looked really good against Providence. They lost 2-1. They beat BC at BC to open the year. That definitely was an upset. So look for Quinnipiac to have a big rise this season. As I said, my national picks, BU. Last year I had Michigan State. A little nervous after tonight, but I do think they're going to bounce back with Augustine still being there. Western, I think, could make a big run. Ohio State, it pains me to say it, Blue Nation, I think they're going to beat us. As I said, a big Michigan fan. I do think they have a chance to get in. And the talk of the town, which kind of surprised me, I asked a bunch of people around me here in Boston. They said, give me a Hockey East sleeper. Can't say BU. I did allow them to say BC, but the majority was UMass Amherst was the fan bet here in New England to make the tourney. So that kind of surprised me. So let's look at them. They are a top 10 team preseason. So, but for games coming up this weekend, I will be at the Merrimack Lowell game.
UMass Amherst is the school that McCarr played at right?
Yes.
And our friend Johnny Lazarus, which I will try to get Johnny Lazarus on at some point. I didn't even reach out to him because he is in Italy at a wedding, and he already asked him a huge favor from him. So we'll try to get him later on in the year. He also works for the USHL, this, that, and the other. We can talk about that stuff. Obviously, the CHL, we will spend some time talking about that because now these kids can come and play, and it's a benefit to American kids too because they have more, avenues before they go to college.
I honestly, I'll say my prediction is a lot of U.S. kids are going to do the 1 year in Canada and then come back and play college hockey, basically instead of doing the junior B or whatever.
Well, let me just point out this. Tyson Nash, son, former NHLer, heck of a guy, works for the Utah Mammoth and was a broadcaster for the Phoenix Coyotes forever. I got to meet him and talk to him, tell him one of my favorites. He played for the Blues when they were here in 2001 and 9/11 happened. And he came out and signed a bunch of autographs and talked to people. And I thought it was awesome. And I finally got to tell him how much it meant to me. I thought it was unbelievable. And he's an incredible person. His son, Ty, spent 4 years in the WHL and didn't think he was going to be able to play college. And you know what? He looked damn good. He looked very good. He was one of the best players on the ice for Arizona State. He can play there 4 years. So hell yeah, buddy. And maybe he doesn't have to play there 4 years, but he can get a degree, go on to do something else. Or, maybe he gets a spot in the NHL or plays pro till he's in his, because you can make a good living playing pro hockey in other leagues too. Absolutely. So, if you love playing the game, you get paid to play the game, not the worst thing in the world. Just like our friend Colby Cohen, BU grad, we can attest. So, go ahead, Mike. I apologize.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's all right. So yeah, I'll be at the Merrimack Lowell game this weekend with our dear friend Mike McMahon, and then I'll be at the Saturday Michigan.
Are you going to talk to Mike when you're there?
I've reached out to him. I know where he sits. It's one section over, so I'm going to try.
Make
to find
sure
him
you
for the
touch
game.
base with him, and again, just thank him again. We really appreciate it, and then see if he just find out when's a good time. We'd love to have Mike back on, and we can do a live interview with him anytime that's good for him. So I will, my schedule's wide open. I'll make time for Mike. So you let him know that we won't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just for everybody on Twitch, on TikTok. Yes, everybody on Twitch, YouTube, X, leave a like, subscribe, share the stream, share it with your friends, tap that like. Let's get to 1,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate you. Mike will be visible for you guys at some point. We will get this figured out. I will get this figured out. We'll get Mike a TikTok account if we have to simulcast broadcast on all those things. That's the plan eventually. But in the meantime, we're live on 5 platforms for season 2 of the College Hockey Show. Mike, let's get into your what games you want to talk about, where you want to go, what you want to do.
I'll go. The second game I'll be at this weekend, Michigan and Providence. I'll be at the tailgate pre-hand, guys. I'll be the one Providence season ticket holder in Michigan gear. You can't miss me. You can't.
Why would you do that?
I literally told Tim. I said, he's like, well, let me guess. You want to go to the Michigan games? I'm like, yeah, kind of. My dad's a Michigan alum. He's like, I'll get you 4 seats, and got me 4 seats.
Your dad's a Michigan alum?
Yeah, he went to he did a few classes at U of M, but
I did not know that. That is awesome.
So fun fact: anyone who stayed out of Japan.
Shout out former YouTuber, Off the Wall Hockey, huge Providence fan, lives in Rehoboth, Massachusetts, and goes down to the Providence games, I think. So shout out John Duncan from Rehoboth. Hopefully he's there. I hope he's living a good life. I see he's fishing a lot. He's been enjoying life. So, yeah. Hey, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. Happy Thursday to you, man. It's good to see you. Appreciate you so much. Always popping in and bringing the joy. And everybody on TikTok, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mullet, the guys who came in earlier. Appreciate you guys that are hanging out. All right, Mike, go Big Blue, I guess. They had a pretty big win in football. How do you think this? Now they didn't really get a big WHL, did they? Did they add a big OHL, CHL?
They got their usual picks. They did great work in the transfer portal in terms of getting some Canadian players down. They didn't do fantastic on it, but they already had a pretty good roster.
Well, McKenna was rumored. Michigan was rumored to McKenna. I know they were trying to throw the bag at him, but Penn State ended up being the one that gets him. And I'll tell you, man, I'm not sure this is a benefit for him right now, because that Arizona crowd knew who he was and they were giving it to him. And he did the forks down, and of course he came on top. But I mean, hey, man, they just lost to who again tonight?
Clarkson.
Yeah. Okay. They're not ranked.
So guys, Penn State NIL money, $20 million for the hockey team. Beard, can you guess how much Clarkson has in NIL money?
I'm going to go with 0.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Now, I did talk to a few of the guys. They do get like stipends and food money and stuff like that. Like I know their backup goalie gets $500 a week.
Get a college education.
An Ivy League education.
I went to Clarkson's an Ivy League school. There you go. Yeah, that's not bad.
Not a bad school to go to if you're out there. But yeah, you just
to me, if you're smart,
million.
To me, if you're smart, you want to go. To me, if you're smart, you want to go to Cornell. They're good and they're Ivy League schools. So, right? So.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a staggering one. They play again tomorrow night. Let's see what happens. Same with Ferris. Same with UNH. They'll play tomorrow night. BC, Minnesota. Another couple of top teners going at it, or teams I think will be in the top 10. They're going at it tonight and tomorrow. As I said, I'll be at Michigan, Providence. Arizona State is hosting Notre Dame the first round of the Icebreaker out there. You boys from Alaska are in that tournament as well. So that's a game I want to look at. I think Notre Dame will crack 500. They haven't been 500 for the last 3 years. And, a lot of people are like, oh, the new coach stinks. No, the new coach doesn't stink. He was handed garbage. He had 4 seniors his first year. And you're going to go play in the Big Ten? Yeah, good luck. Have fun. 3 of your goalies transferred out when they lost the coach. So you have no goalies for defense. None of them were top liners. Yeah, have fun in the Big Ten. Go enjoy. By the way, Notre Dame, not exactly the friendliest place to play, even as a home team. When you stink, they let you know. So, it's not an easy place to play. I think they get to 500 because this is his first year with a full recruited team. So I have a lot of faith. But that being said, I like Arizona State. I said it earlier. I think they got a real chance at the Frozen Four. I think they got a chance to win the WCHC.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. TikTok, I'm sharing this post from John Bucci-Dross. I don't know if you can see it. I'll back it up, see if I can get the camera there. Ooh, that didn't really work. That's not working. Here we go. How about that? Right there. Former Cornell forward Jeff Malott recorded his first NHL goal last night in the 6-5 victory shootout over the Vegas Golden Knights, becoming the 22nd member of the former Big Red player to score an NHL goal. For those of you listening, which we are not on a podcast format yet, we will work on that. And then everybody else could see it because I displayed it. Again, we'll figure out. Oh, we do not want to leave studio. I almost left Mike high and dry there. Sorry.
What? Can't believe you would leave me like that. Someone I do want to highlight for this weekend is Northern Michigan's goalie, William Graham, and I apologize for pronouncing that wrong. He had 70 saves against UMass, 35 in the first period, and yes, they had 3 major penalties to kill off, which they did, by the way. They did kill all 3 of those because they had a brick wall behind them. So I am curious if this kid can do it again. First game, 72 saves. The second game, I only had 42 saves. What are you going to do? But he has 104 saves this year and 7 goals against. I want to see, can he do it again against a very high-powered Ohio State team? I am very, very curious if he can have that game because I think if he has another 40, 50 save game against Ohio State, I do think Northern Michigan steals it. I'm not knocking the Buckeyes. I just said I think they have a chance at the Frozen Four. But I think this kid, I don't know how he fell to Northern Michigan, but I want to see, was it a fluky weekend? Is UMass overrated? I do think they're a little overrated. I don't think they're a top 10. I do think they're a top 16. But, that... I want to see if this kid can do it again. It's exciting. I love the underdog stories. Who doesn't love a good underdog story?
Man, I root for the underdog if I don't have a thing. And last time I checked, Full Sail University doesn't have a Division I school in hockey, so I don't really care who wins. I just want good games. I want triple overtime in the championship game when we're there in Vegas. So.
I'm rooting for handicap to handicap. If you're out there, I want to say thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Circus Sports. You guys have been fantastic. I appreciate the promos and stuff. This is the podcast I was talking about. I hope to connect with you guys when we go out there.
Yeah, we need a sponsor. So I'm going to reach out to War Road, a hockey clothing company, and you do the gambling stuff. And if we can get something, that'd be great. Promo codes. We love it. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. What other games you want to talk about?
Those are the games that I want to highlight. And guys, as we get more into the season, right now we still got a lot of out-of-conference play, a lot of let's get our cupcakes in. Simon Fraser plays like 10 games against American colleges and then goes plays Canadian schools. And I'm not knocking them, but they're just not as strong. It is what it is. And like this weekend, BU played RPI. They didn't even start Yergov. Shout out to Franks, though. Shout out. 30 saves. Kid played real well. But in terms of like big matchups right now, you're going to see it next week. Going to be probably something similar. Only 3 or 4 games I really want to highlight. Then late October hits, early November, you start getting into the meat grinder of the season, and you're going to look at, I'm going to highlight big conferences like the Hockey East, the Big Ten, the NCHC. You're going to be like, wow, it's just every weekend top 10 versus top 10, and it's very exciting stuff. Pairwise, Beard brought it up earlier. We'll talk more about that after Thanksgiving. That's kind of when it kicks in. I really don't talk about it till after New Year's, to be truthful with you, but everyone gets mad at me for that. Quick touch on that. The polls are voted and weighed on. The pairwise is, well, who did you beat? And they weigh it that way. So tonight, we'll look at games like UNH winning on the road, Clarkson winning on the road. I think these are teams that could flirt with a top 20. And when you go vote it in, you're like, all right, Penn State, let's say they finish at number 3 on the year. Well, UNH has a road win against number 3. And if they're kind of battling a team, well, that's a big pairwise bump. Same with Clarkson, same with Ferris State. So, like, these are big wins for the little guys. For the 3 big guns that they're in. But with
absolutely.
With that being said, I am the Degenerate Bostonian. So these picks coming to you from DraftKings. Well, thank you guys very much. A lot of games, actually, some of the most action I've had my hands on. Probably the last 2 years. There's a lot of games going on. And again, guys, you might ask me, why am I not picking a Massachusetts team? I live in Massachusetts. It's illegal for me to bet on Massachusetts teams. I'll try to go to, like, hit up friends or cousins or whatever. DJ Matty P, appreciate your help. He lives in New Hampshire, so he does give me some Massachusetts school odds when he can. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got a couple of killer mixes. Some of them got over 1 million views. He's pretty good. But I like.
By the way, we got Boston College, Minnesota 2-1 late in the third there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 11-12. Like, I think BC is a top 16 team. I don't think they're a top 10. I think Minnesota is a top 10. To me, if let's say, BC was or Minnesota was number 1, they lost to number 11 BC. That's not a massive upset.
No. And shout out Big Willie Styles from all the chats everywhere. If you guys know any of those chats, Big Willie Styles, he's at that Minnesota game. Big Minnesota fan. Shout out Big Willie Styles.
But with that being said, I am going to get into the betting.
Go ahead. Let's go.
The last 3 years, I have sat there and questioned their offense. Their defense has never been in doubt. Guys, go to the games. They run the New Jersey trap like a gym. All right, it is Brenda Moore, who's the coach. They've emphasized heavy on centermen. Their face-off teams are elite. They've had some of the best goaltending in the last 5 years. This year, they've got some forwards. They've got speed. Like, they had 40 shots against Providence, and Providence is a very much stay-at-home defense team. So I was thoroughly impressed with them. And people might say, well, their power play stunk against Providence. Well, let's see what happens when you average 5 shots blocked per power play. And I'm not knocking Quinnipiac's offense. I was shocked at how good they were seeing them live. And again, my takes are from
Quinnipiac is 4 years removed from winning a national championship. For those of you who don't follow college hockey, they have one of the best college hockey coaches in Ren Pecknold. They've got several guys smattered around the NHL in spots, some undrafted. Who did they just beat? I'm sorry, they just beat somebody a couple days ago too. Pretty good win.
They went to BC and beat them 4-3, and then lost to Providence 2-1. And it's
right. Providence again. I mean, they're like Northeastern. They're gonna beat the number 1 team in the country usually.
Yeah, no, that's the fun part about some of these schools. They just find a way to do it. I mean, tonight was certainly an oddball exception, but looking at some of the games here,
and Quinnipiac plays University of Alaska Nanooks tomorrow.
I am actually taking Quinnipiac -1.5 tomorrow.
I don't.
Sorry, Beard. I'm sorry, Beard. I love their offense.
That's not my Seawolves. That's the good team up north. That's the Fairbanks team. So don't.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm picking against the Fairbanks guys. It's at -135, so I'm not even getting plus money on it. But I got to do it. Something I'm excited about. Number 19 is St. Thomas, and I think they got a real chance to win their conference. And I do think they might be one of the Cinderellas that make the tournament. But I am slapping North Dakota at home opener. I'm sorry, they're the Fighting Sioux. I am Sioux. So I was a little sad when they lost my family logo there. I was very against their old coach. I said it for many years before it was even on this podcast.
Yeah.
He had to go. They lost 2 of their best players to Boston University.
But they did add Porter Martone, did they not?
They did, and they got great.
I met him
freshmen.
at the draft, by the way. He is a big kid. Yeah. He makes your boy from BC look small. Actually,
really, he's that big.
Well, he's thick. He's got some weight.
Nice. I see.
Yeah. Real
You
quick
really
to answer Kevin's question, Aiden Fink looked very, very good for
Penn State.
Yeah, he looked really good. He looked real good.
So I am taking North Dakota. I'm probably going to parlay it. I will post the official tweet tomorrow morning usually, but I like North Dakota tomorrow. A fun interstate matchup, St. Cloud and Bemidji State. I'm not touching that.
St. Thomas is in the top 20. So
I think St. Thomas is one of those Cinderellas that we see make the tournament. I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I thought they were going to make it last year. Them in August.
Well, I got one team I want to see make it, and it's Arizona State. Because that will be wild if it's in Vegas.
I'll be heartbroken if they don't make it. Yeah, I have 2 sectionals purchased already, by the way. I have the Worcester and the Albany. I'm going to both. I'm seeing half the games. I swear to God, if I don't get a Penn State or an Arizona State or a NODAC in half the bracket, I'm going to be a little peeved.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I keep taking you off track. So
you're good. You're good.
Let me get the schedule up there so you can talk through. You were just talking.
St. Cloud and Bemidji State is the next one I was talking about. It's just fun interstate matchup. There's a nice rivalry there. Am I betting that game? No, but I skipped over one to touch on it. I love watching like the Massachusetts schools go at it, the Minnesota schools go at it. They're fun. There's passion. There's a unwritten rivalry, a part of them. The Beard and I will be at BUBC.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. With Avi.
Come see me.
Yeah, we're only 8 rows off the ice for that one. So.
Don't start a fight with us.
Chris from Andover.
Punch somebody in the face, and Mike does it all the time.
Yep. But no, the next game I'm betting on, I actually like Augustana plus 1.5. A lot of you guys saying why not take them on the road at our money line? They're on the road at Duluth, and Duluth is not a friendly place to play. And Duluth has more of a legacy factor. Augustana's a new school. They're another one. They made a nice run last year, fell just short in the conference championship game to go to the tournament. So I think they got a shot again. They're like St. Thomas, that Cinderella factor. I like them there. Next game I want to touch is Minnesota State at Omaha. Again, taking the plus 1.5. Minnesota State's actually ranked higher than Omaha.
Well, yeah, they're ranked. They're in the
Omaha's
top 20.
not. But again, Omaha, I'm going to say
Didn't Minnesota State make the tournament last year?
They did.
Yeah.
Lost in overtime to the Zoo, UMass Amherst.
Yeah.
And so, when Omaha fans pack that barn in, it's hard to play there. I'd like to think the home opener, they're going to jam it full. And that kind of, it's getting me cold feet. But that's a game I'm definitely looking at tonight. For those who say, why not take Denver and Air Force? It's minus 600. It's not worth my time. It's not worth the risk. That's why I'm passing on it. The last one, I am taking Arizona State at home. You just got swept at home by Penn State. Yeah, they're playing another Big Ten team. They're not losing 3 in a row. I just don't think they will. The team is too good. And Notre Dame is not Penn State. As I said earlier, I think Notre Dame's going to be much, much better. They are not Penn State. They don't have the
And that's not even a tournament game, is it? Because it's an icebreaker?
This is going to count towards their record. This is listed as one of those in-season tournaments.
Okay, because Notre Dame is not part of the Big Ten, are they?
Hockey-wise, they are.
Oh,
hockey-wise, they are. Okay. Yeah, so
I always forget football. They're like an independent because they're smart.
Every sport except hockey, I think they're an independent. In lacrosse, they're a Big Ten. Like they get weird, and I like how schools will do that. They jump in conference. I am someone that's against the independent simply because I just want that set schedule, that set conference.
Yeah, but I mean Notre Dame is it? I mean they're always in the running to play in the tourney. So
yeah,
I mean,
think this year
I know they
make
haven't been great, solid in the last couple of years, but I mean NIL is eventually going to come around. So
yeah, so they're an NIL school, so I think that'll help them.
Yeah,
but those are my 5 picks. A lot of people are going to ask, why not a Hines? I love doing the Hines, by the way, so I'll probably find a 6th game to slap in there.
Hey, well, how about speaking of? I know you can't bet Massachusetts, but let's just tell who do you like in that UMass Lowell / Merrimack game? Since our good friend Mike McMahon is always working the Merrimack games.
So one, Mike, I want to know why Merrimack changed their yellow. They had the coolest. It was like a bold yellow.
Ask him when you see him.
I will. I'm going to ask him. But if anyone has the answer of why they took the shield away and just put Merrimack College on their jersey, I was, number one, not happy. The shield was sick. Loved it. Number 2, you have skating highlighters on the ice. It sincerely hurt my eyes to watch this game because I had 5 highlighters buzzing around the rink. With that being said, I actually saw them play Lowell last week. And for why they're playing back-to-back weekends, this is going with going with Northeastern, having rink issues right now with Matthews Arena and scheduling problems. So the hockey's got to do things a little weird. Because of that, Merrimack got their doors blown off. And so I do like Lowell on the road to beat Merrimack again. It's just, and the reason being, I do think Merrimack will bounce back, but that was just it looked like 10-on-2 out there. It was awful. So I do like Merrimack. I'm sorry. I do like Lowell in that game. Buzzing through this, like a lot of the Hockey East teams on the road, will BC beat Minnesota again? Doubtful, simply because I think Minnesota is too strong and they're at home. I'm not knocking BC, of course. BU and Colgate. BU, if you lose to Colgate, I don't know what to tell you. You've got problems. UNH, I hope you beat Penn State again, or Michigan State again. I hope you do. I don't see it happening. But those are your mass schools there. And again, we'll be in touch more. I'm really excited about the Northern Michigan game. I just want to know what this kid's numbers are. I think that's a school you're going to see me at midnight watching a highlight of like these 2 schools. None of us will ever be on our radar. Northern Michigan was projected 60 out of 64 this year. Like that was their prediction for preseason. And if this kid's as good as he is, that game will be on the Big Ten Network. It's at 6:30. And for those of us that have ESPN Plus, it'll be there as well.
Yeah.
So
something to watch. I was going to say the USCHO.com tells you like where the games are broadcast. Obviously college hockey doesn't have a television deal, but Fox Plus or whatever is showing a bunch. Nesson shows a bunch. And I'd say a good handful of these you can watch on ESPN Plus. However, I believe most of them are just the broadcasts are run by the universities. So not always your best play-by-play stuff. Our good friend Johnny Lazarus, I know he does some games, a lot of UMass games and stuff. Colby Cohen, I know he works some games. Obviously, he works national championship. He's been on this show. We're looking for guests to have on for you guys. They will either be on Beard Talks or on this live show. Mike, I so appreciate you. I love what you've got going. Mike will tweet out his records and all that stuff. We want to talk about the sport. We don't want to just be heavily on the gambling. So Mike watches these games. He sees with his own eyes. And I know, and you guys know, there's nothing like watching a hockey game in person. Last question of the night here is from our friend Kevin in St. Louis. Our first fan to show up to one of our events.
That was so cool to meet you, man. That was awesome.
All right. He asked about what tribe Alden Park hockey. I don't know what you mean there, Kevin.
Alden Park.
You know what he's talking about? Alden Park. I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not aware. Tonight is a wild night for me as a sports fan, by the way. I'll just add.
Oh no,
As
it's Aiden for the University of Michigan. I like him. I think he's going to be a sleeper for U of M. Again, guys, I am a massive Michigan fan. Quick backstory: my dad grew up in Japan. The only American sports for the University of Michigan. Wanted hockey, wanted baseball, wanted soccer, wanted swimming, etc.
yeah.
That was the only thing that came through. No pro sports, just U of M.
He answered the question, Kevin. He said Aiden Park from Michigan. He likes the player. And
I like him a lot.
Is he already been drafted? That's
seventh rounder by for Perlo, our dear friend Perlo over Edmonton there. So yeah. I think he's going to be pretty good for the U of M. Is he going to get massive amounts of time? No. That team's got a lot of depth, not Penn State depth, but they got a lot of depth. And but I think he did. I think he's going to be good. He was good in the Helena. Help me pronounce this. Hlinka Cup, HLINK.
Yeah, Hlinka Gretzky Cup. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He I liked him there.
Which the U.S. won for the first time in like 900 years, which is awesome. I'm loving to see the U.S. with the World Juniors, the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, the World Championship, win gold. Now all we got to do is win gold in 2026. And if we don't, it's not an upset because Canada is still the best at this sport. We know this. So, all right. Any closing thoughts for the evening, my friend? Oh, I was going to say, I have had a weird sports night. My Dodgers, shout out, beat the Phillies in a walk-off error, basically, in the bottom of the 11th. Yeah, 2-1 in the bottom of the 11th, walk-off error. Oh, and my New York Giants just stomped the crap out of the Eagles, 34-17. Who saw that one coming?
So that's too many upsets in one evening.
We just lost to the Saints, and we beat the defending Super Bowl champions. What's going on? Wow.
There is a full moon. Is a full moon. That's
oh my God! It definitely is a full moon, man. I saw it in Arizona when we were there. It was beautiful. That's why I got some. Today was a beautiful day here in Alaska. I took the dogs out on the paddleboard for probably the last time, probably the latest I've ever done so. 10th of October. So, any closing thoughts for the fans, Mike? And again, appreciate everybody that showed up on TikTok. We got a lot of impressions on that. We've had at least 12 people in here. And guys, we haven't done a show since April. Well, we did a summer show. We did a summer show, did we not? We did a summer check-in.
One. But I'll say
well, we did a Mike McMahon interview, did we not?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
That was
we did the Mike McMahon. So
guys,
awesome.
Run back. It's on YouTube, guys. Go run back and check that.
$80 a year. Sign up for his Substack if you are into college hockey. It's worth it. He's the best.
My closing thoughts will be, I want to thank you guys for coming back. You're going to get, as I said, I've got at least 10 more games scheduled than last season. Just like last year, double postseason run or double brackets, I should say, going to the postseason. I do want to emphasize to any of our new followers, we don't want you to lose your shirt gambling. Do it for fun. I have gone too far in earlier parts of my life. I got real hot. I'll be honest. I went like one month. I had 4 weekends in a row winning 5 digits.
That's awesome.
So I slept in my car 3 months later because I had no money.
But it's also extremely addicting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do this for fun.
Sometimes it would be good to just win that money and not do anything for a while.
Right. So that's what I said. I obviously conquered that demon, but do it for fun. If you feel yourself getting addicted, don't do it. If you want to ask for help how I beat it, give me a shout out. And that's all we're here for. This is what I like to do. We're not saying force it. It's my recommendations, and that it just is what it is. With that being said, I think college hockey is the best brand of hockey out there. I think they got a lot of fight in them. And that's kind of why I do it. And for affordability, for those that are in the East, I'll give you this example. The average Bruins ticket, sitting in the nosebleeds, God knows how far is the balcony from a hockey rink? How many rows would that be? 100? Like it's up. You're up there in the 300 section. You're up there. That's $150. For $150, I can get 5 games and sit 6 to 10 rows off the ice.
Yeah, and not to disparage the NHL, but as these salary caps go up, the fans are gonna pay, man. I mean, that's literally what's gonna happen. The TV deals are really expensive, so hopefully they keep the ticket prices in some semblance of order. But man, I'm telling you, man, people are not working. Government's on. People have lost jobs or laid off or furloughed. College hockey is a really nice alternative, and you get to see a lot of these guys play in the NHL at some point anyway. Not the highest percentage, but it's still pretty good hockey, and we love it. I love bringing it to you. I love having Mike. Hopefully we're lifelong friends. We do this as long as we can. I mean, we can already say we started this and my beard didn't have any color.
That's true. I was clean shaven.
It may have been fabricated, I will say, but by the time we end this, I'll look like Santa Claus in one way or another. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody on TikTok that joined. I will be going live on TikTok every day, playing a little bit of NHL or some MLB The Show or a video game you guys request to help build the channel. And I'm going to try to do that on all the platforms live, but right now TikTok. So, cause I have the most followers on that platform. So I have almost 8,000. Oh, by the way, one final note, we are at 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you watch this afterwards, remember, if you go to my channel, all the tabs are live. So go to the live. We do everything live. I don't edit. I don't have time. I have a life. I have to run a house. I have 5 dogs. I've got other stuff that I've got to take care of. We're getting solar power put into our house. So they were supposed to be here today. That was the jux of how busy I was. I can't believe what I accomplished today. Be honest with you, it's literally the most busy day. And then Mike texts me, goes, "We going live?" I go, "No, tomorrow." He goes, "No, I'm going to games." I'm like, "Oh crap, I forgot it's Thursday. I'm an idiot." But I did just get back from Arizona yesterday. I'm honestly, you probably saw the game of the year in my mind. That very jealous. Well, so the Friday, I went to Friday. I didn't go to Saturday. Because the tickets were kind of pricey. I think if I'd have gotten an individual seat, I could have got it for a lot cheaper. The guy that sat next to me paid $50. I paid 3 times that, for 5 times that for the 2 tickets I bought. And then we got but it was great. And I had a good time. It was real. And I sat next to Taylor Pyatt, former NHLer. And I ran into Tyson Nash. Because I wanted to see if he was there. I figured he was, to watch his son play, and it was great. And I got a chance to so hopefully I could get him on at some point to talk a little NHL on the Beard Talk show. Look for that. I'm not going to schedule Beard Talks. I'm just going to make videos and put them out. There'll be, and then there'll be some live interviews, and we'll try to take questions from the chat and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Mike, you got anything else? No, thank you guys for coming in. As I said, you'll see all my stuff, pictures, etc. Got a surprise for you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned. There'll be a couple of cool videos you'll see. Actually, they are going to be, the hookup was courtesy of Mike. So Mike, if you see this, thank you very much. I'll be ready. And that is all. I will, you guys will see tomorrow. That's what we're going to go with. Remember, Mike's got free tickets if you want to go to those games. Hey, I appreciate everybody. Remember, Monday, 10:30 Eastern, Thursday, 10:30 Eastern. Season 2, the College Hockey Show, will be going all the way to the Frozen Four. And then afterwards, you won't see me for months. So anyway, no, I'm kidding. I kid. I'll take a little bit of a vacation. But all right, I love you guys. I appreciate everybody. Mike, it's so good to have you back. Everybody on TikTok, everybody on X, everybody on Twitch, everybody on Insta, and everybody on YouTube, of course. We appreciate you all. Leave a like, subscribe, share the stream, tell your friends. We are having a lot of fun doing this. We don't make a dime doing this, guys. We don't have any sponsors. We just do it because we love the game of hockey. We love talking with the fans of hockey. We missed Avi tonight, but we had Kevin here, and we really appreciate you and all the people in the YouTube and the Twitch and the X and also on TikTok. So appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.
See you guys.